And for more analysis on this, I'm now joined by Chen Jiahe, Chief Investment Officer at Novum RK Technologies. Jiahe, always a pleasure to see you. When people talk about the changes in Pudong, they proudly cite the infrastructure, the high-rise buildings that have shut up from an empty ground there, from farmlands, which is easily observed from across the Huangpu River in the older parts of Shanghai. What are your personal experiences and thoughts on Pudong's development over the past 30 years?
Good evening, Zhongshu. Nice to meet you again. Well, I remember my first time coming to Pudong was in about 1995 when I was about 11 years old, which is about 25 years ago. At that time, my memory about Pudong is that it has some tall buildings, but not that many people, not many cars on the street. It was actually a bit quiet, so there was nothing comparable to what it is today. If you go to Pudong today, especially for the Lujiazui district, you can have the best urban night viewing among the world. It is comparable to cities like London, New York, etc., where I have been there. You know, for my generation, it was once thought that such beautiful viewing is kind of a pure exotic thing, but now it is a local thing, something you can actually see it every day if you walk in Shanghai. The reason behind this rapid development in a few decades that changed the district from nothing to a modern area is the rapid economic development that China has made in the past few decades. As Pudong became China's most important financial center, its development has been beyond our imagination. With the continuous opening up of China's economy to the world, especially the opening up of China's financial market, we can actually expect more development for this district in the future.
Jiahe, Pudong has risen and grown on the back of support policies from the government. When we look at the next phase for Pudong, as you say, China will continue its opening up policies. That's support policy-wise, but what will propel Pudong's development in its next phase of development? And what are the potential challenges for this area?
Well, I think there are two kind of challenges that we can clearly see for now. The first one actually comes from the opening of China's financial market. This open up is surely helping the district. Meanwhile, it also brings challenges. For example, the language obstacle between Chinese and English, the obstacle that can be brought by different legal systems, the understanding of each other's financial markets, the controlling of global financial dangers, crises, etc. The second thing comes from the building of technology industry. Currently, the tech industry is growing rapidly in China, but the cities such as Shenzhen and Hangzhou seems like leading the position. The job of developing a competitive tech industry is something that faces the district of Pudong. It has to make a good competition with other domestic cities as well as global areas such as Silicon Valley, etc.
Jiahe, appreciate your insight. Thank you so much for making time for us today.